Hi guys, so today I want to kind of play around a little bit with that Anna Griffin birthday box I recently got in. So if I have any links for these items, they'll be in the description box, which is right under the video, under the title there. Those are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Along with that, I also got the delivery of these, the Everyday Sentiment Impression dies, which I want to try to work into this. We'll see, because they were kind of like on extended delivery, so I just now got them. And I kind of opened them up. That's why they're like this whenever I got them in that last haul. So what I'm thinking is I'll use the birthday box and then maybe do the sentiment on top. And I do not think I'll be inking it because I don't feel like being stressed out right now. I feel like just doing the impression with like some, you know, gold paper or something like that. Metallic paper usually takes that best, like for you to see. At least that's how it is with the tonic dies that I have that are they don't call them impression dies, but they're just their dies that have embossing with them. So let's open this up. I think I opened it up whenever it came in, but I don't remember if I actually unboxed it. And I know somebody had mentioned, they're like, oh, I don't understand like why you wanted to wait till later to unbox, because on some of the items whenever I did the haul the other day, I said, oh, I'll unbox it later. It's because the video was long enough already, and it was a haul, and I was already unboxing some things, and that's why. So we have some inspiration here. Again, this is the birthday, I wish you call it Happy Birthday card box, but I think they call it like the big birthday box on, I was going to say on SNL. I always want to say on SNL, on HSN. And so what I love is like this especially has a lot of inspo, and I was kind of wondering about what I wanted to do, because I know it has that gold paper, and then you use your dies, because this gold die cut paper is not in here. It's not die cut, should I say, but I also, maybe, well, I brought this out because I put things next to me when I'm like, okay, this is what I want to work on next. And I put this out last week, and then I just haven't gotten around to it because the other things have been coming up. This is a 3D holiday card layer dies, but these are like holiday, but at the same time, you don't really see this stuff once you start placing other things. So maybe I'll use one of these just to have that pretty bow on the top. It looks holiday, but you can't really tell. We'll see. So let's see what we end up with. Of course, we want to do what's in the box, but at the same time, you are supposed to incorporate like your own die cuts or dies in there. So really pretty. I mean, look at all the different colorways. That's kind of what I'm struck with. I'm looking at this. I'm like this purple one. I mean, it's totally different from this guy or, you know, the other one. So really pretty. I like the inspiration there. Tons of bows, which are really nice. The little decoupage kind of dimensional adhesive. I like this size in particular because she does have a lot of small pieces. Sometimes it's nice to tuck these in behind to pop things up, even if they're a little small. Yeah, no, I didn't go through everything the other day. So these are stickers. I believe it makes 48 cards, and it's around 60 some odd dollars. Of course, maybe there's shipping, maybe there's not, depending on when you pick it up. But, oh, which reminds me, today is my birthday, August 2nd. I had gone on to HSN earlier today for something, I forgot what, but they're having free shipping on clearance over $75, so you have to put $75 or more of clearance items in your cart, and then you get the free shipping. But this is not a clearance item, this is a new item. Look at that. Oh, I was gonna say, this looks like those hostas, not hostas, what am I talking about? The coleus plants that I have outside, but this is not it because the flower is different. But I am in love with that plant. They're so pretty. The ones I have are coleus Kong, so it makes this huge leaf, and it does have flowers. And they say to cut the flowers away. I'm like, no, because the flowers don't look like this. They're a little more, I don't know, just like a little cone of flowers. Really pretty. But I just leave the flowers because I don't care. But I guess if you want to enter it in a show, you know, you gotta cut the flowers away so that the leaves get bigger, because that's really what the beauty is. The flowers are pretty too. They're purple. Look at this with the little birdie. Love it. So, I mean, just tons and tons of this. Here, I have heard some comments from you guys and seen comments even on reviews on other sets. What was it? It was a card set. Oh, that box that I showed you guys, the pop-up. That does like the garden box, that some people didn't get enough of the decorative stuff. I didn't really pay attention to it because there was a ton, so like to me, I don't know if people count them out or if they just notice like, oh, if I put like 5 or 10 on this thing, I only have this many left. I don't know, but hopefully yours are good. Like this is plenty. I'm not gonna sit here and count these all because I can see this is a ton of stuff, but look at the little cake. Oh, so cute. The little birds, just. And when I say cute, I really mean pretty most of the time. I know something is like juvenile looking at where it's cute. Look at that. So many. Look, a nice size piece. Really, really pretty flowers. like the selection of flowers. And then there's bigger cakes in here, and I mean, I can see lots of stuff going on there. We have our little toppers that would be the sentiments. We have birthday greetings, happy birthday, best wishes. Let's see. I mean, just tons of different shapes and colors, sending birthday wishes, make a wish. Of course, just tons and tons in here. I think you could probably use this for something else too if you had other sentiments that weren't just birthday related. This is what I thought was really cool when I was showing this in the haul. Was, oh, actually no, it wasn't this. Was it? No, was it even this set? Maybe it wasn't this set. I know I picked up several things from Anna recently. No, I guess it was the other one. Well, let's see how these go. Because the other ones, she had gold accents, she had silver accents, and then she had gold and silver accents. And you know what it was? It was the China Cabinet Snowflake Finishing School. That's what it was. So these pieces are kind of interesting sometimes. I can't tell if they're stickers or not. Let's see. It looks like, yep. I was going to say I can see something. So that's good. These are stickers. Oh my gosh, look at this. Love it. I'm trying to get it a little bit better. I know we don't like covering things up too much, and we don't like things to be too, and when I say we, I read the comments and people are like, oh, no, you covered that up, or it's so hard to do that, and I know. So I try to do something that has an extra punch, but not so much that you can't see the things that are behind it, you know, that it just ends up being covered up, basically. We're going to do a little bit of that, guys, I'm sure, but... okay, so these are like, I guess like toppers or like background pieces. Like if you had your card, you know, you would have that, and then maybe have a sentiment and build some things around here. That'd be really pretty, just really sweet and clean. There you go. Lots of different card pieces. These are single-sided, which is great because I know for some people they're like, oh, I don't like having to choose which side or covering it. Knowing there's something pretty on the underside that is, again, covered up. And then these cool guy pieces. Again, you can just put them up and down wherever. So there's a few of those, not too many. Very reminiscent of the other sets that she does. Looks like some stuff that I would have seen in like the pop-up birthday card. The pop-up cake designs were very much like that. I really like these things. These are pretty cool because basically if you wanted to, you just take this, it's pretty much halfway done. You know, put it on your card, add some extra things, and you can even pop up another sentiment on this, but it's already there. But this same sentiment will be in that kit, you know, the sentiments, and you can just put another layer. But, you know, so I like these, but they're also a little bit more challenging to work with. So we can talk about that. Let me see. I just want to see, like, if you had this piece here and then this piece here. That's the kind of more things she would do. There's just more things and covered up, and then of course you're going to put some flowers and make it more. Just a little more. Alright, so we have these guys. Tons of these. This one's a little bit different. But see how, you know, and even if, let's say you don't use these on this card, you can use this on a different card, and that's a great starting off point, you know? Because I think I tried to use these the last time around, but I kind of like to reserve them for other things. But look at that. I mean, just pop it up, add a few extra things. Super pretty. I'll try to go through each one, but sometimes it's hard to tell what's what. I have these here. Sweet birthday wishes. Oh, love it. So funny, my husband sent me something, and he didn't mention anything about it because he's stationed out in Africa, as I've mentioned, on the continent of Africa. I just keep it kind of random. Honestly, well, anyway. So he's out there, and I guess he sent something, but he mentioned it to Miranda yesterday. So later on in the day, I totally forgot. She was like, Daddy sent you a gift. She's whispering to me, but she's not going to tell me what because it's a surprise. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then I just started laughing because she's like, why is she whispering it to me? If anything, she should be whispering it to like Dorian or Diego that I don't hear. But she's like, Daddy. It's just a secret between, you know, her and I. It just made me laugh because, okay. And we're not like that, so I'm like, okay, can I eat it? Or like, is it something to eat? Which is preferred. But and the reason I was even thinking about that actually when I talked to him, because he did mention it later, he's like, oh, I did send you something, you know. And we're not normally like that, to be honest. I like to just buy my own things. I just get whatever it is I think I want. Oh, I hit my light. And same thing for him. Even when we first met, I think I had gotten him some clothes, and he's like, okay, but like it wasn't his style or like what he really likes to wear. So like we'll just get our own stuff. It's fine. We've always been that way. And I was washing dishes yesterday. I know I'm totally way off because we're talking about birthdays here. So okay, we have the matte metallic paper, of course, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a chocolate cake tomorrow for my birthday, and I'm like, why do I feel like I got my own chocolate cake last year? And I'm like, because I did. And then I was like, why was I buying my own cake last year? Because he was gone also for a training. So it's like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about it. So this year, last year, I think the year before that, he was here. And then the year before that, he was in South Korea, I believe. So like in the last 4 years, we had one birthday. And that always includes the kids and mine and his because we're all kind of really close in birthdays. So I'm like, such is life when your husband or your spouse is in the military. Inserts, you guys. Oh my gosh. Were these in the last year box? I just remember loving last year's box, so that's why I got the, you know, all the, look at the hugs and kisses with birthday wishes. Aw. So I love this. I love. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of different ones in here. I'm not going to go through each one because I feel like I'm going to crinkle the paper too. Let's look at these and then we'll put something together. So we have all the envelopes here and the card bases. On the back of our card, she always has the handmade by. Where is the lighting going on? I don't even know. It's been weird, guys. Whenever the seasons start changing, it's just always weird. Really pretty, though. I love the floral on that one. This one has that pinky background, purple. I'm not going to do purple today, even though I want to. And I'm thinking about, I'm like, the last however many, I think, Anna Griffin type things, I've stuck with purple. I think it's because usually we go to pink, so I'm trying to do something different, but then I realize, oh, I keep purpling it up. So we'll do something different today. This kind of light blue, really pretty. Oh, that green is really nice. And then go the other way. Again, I like these two just because it's already kind of decorated. It already has that kind of built-in thing that you can kind of jump off of. We have this pretty border here. Oh, I love this. It reminds me of the Harvest set. I guess it was like a fall-inspired card set, and she had some like, and they were so pretty. That's still my favorite, and yeah, I'm hoarding those. Haven't used it because I'm like, I have to keep this, but no, we shouldn't do that. We should use them. All right, there's that. Okay, there's a lot of stuff sitting on my, like if you can see over here, it's just like piled up with things. So let me, I know I'm gonna put these back for right now. The insert, because it's not, you know, you can just pop it in. So we'll do it because I don't think I've done it in the past. I'm gonna try to cut one of these guys, maybe. I don't even know if it'll go along with what we want, but that's basically what this paper is here for, is for you to die cut it. So I always try to stick to what's in the box, but at the same time, that's part of it, right? Is if you have your dies, any die, you can pop it in there, or like swirls or whatever, you know, things you can tuck in, but in that gold color. So I'm gonna pick some things, kind of think about what I want to do, and we'll start there and then start doing like the layering. I already kind of picked this. I haven't even, I said I was gonna put things away, but I haven't. So I went through and I was drawn to this one. I think I will use this today. And I kind of just placed it on the card bases, and what's funny is it looked nice on the blue, and then I realized, oh, it has blue. So maybe that's why. And then if I do that die cutting and add in some gold behind it, it'll kind of give it some separation so the blue repeats, you know? So we'll do that. I mean, we have all these pieces, like, again, whatever you want to do, you know, just pop something in behind there and do that, and then tuck in your stickers and other things. This already has a sentiment, and I know it just, because it has that pretty sentiment, I don't want to come in later and pop another one of these sentiments on top. Oh, and also I wanted to use these sentiments today, didn't I? So, alright, well that's fine. Well, hurts my heart. But there's that. There's this. Okay, we're not going to use these things, because basically we already have those kind of set up here. Probably not going to use the sentiments, because I want to cut one from the other things, but again, you have 10 in there, you just pop them on there. Let me put this away. I also have a haul video for you guys later, and I have a bone to pick, but I'll talk about that later with Hobby Lobby. Long story short, I go in there looking for Halloween stuff, and I'm like, where's the Halloween stuff? And I was like, why did it come here last year? I'm like, am I a crazy person? Like, I know when I came in here, I bought Frankenstein and like witch cookie cutters, and I remember that like very vividly. So anyway, I asked the gal in the front, you know, she's ringing me up, and she's like, oh, yeah, no, they're not carrying it. And I don't know if it started last year. It seems like maybe that's the case. They did have some fall. Anyway, I'll talk about it later. And then Christmas, which I'm sure you guys already know, because I didn't leave my house like last October. And, you know, we didn't do trick-or-treating. We didn't do any of that. So, like, I must have missed it, the memo that they are just not going to do that anymore. Crazy. Okay, so I have my card. It just looks less festive. That's all that bothered me. I'm like, ugh, because you see like a little bit of fall, and then Christmas all the way through the store, all the way to the back. and not even Halloween paper. So anyway, that's part of what I was going to talk about later. Maybe I won't even mention it. Well, no, I will. Okay, and then this guy, I wanted to use this one. Now looking at this, I would love for this to be an inlay, so we have a little bit larger, but it's not. So I am going to, oh my gosh, let's get rid of that before we hurt that. So I'm going to cut this from this. And hopefully, I mean, even if it covers or it doesn't, they're just little bells. Yeah, it's not going to be super noticeable, so that's cool. Okay, that'll work. So I'll run that through my die cutting machine, and I will be right back. I don't know if I'm going to also do the embossing, like rubber mat embossing. In all truth, I'm going to put this through the tangerine. This is like a 5x7, right? It's bigger, so it's too big for the marquee. So in the tangerine, it does have embossing, like rubber mat and all that stuff, but sometimes it's good enough just with the pass-through the first time with the regular cutting plates that I don't have to pass it through with the rubber mat. But if you want to do that with the Gemini Junior, with your Empress, with your tangerine, any machine that has a rubber mat, go ahead and cut it, you know, without the rubber mat, and then pass it through with the rubber mat and the right sandwich that you need. And then you'll have more embossing, right? The little areas. I'll be right back. So I can see already, I did the rubber mat with the tangerine, and the paper broke just a little bit right there. So that was some good embossing. Maybe a little too much, but only in that area, so oh well. And maybe down here a little bit. Look how pretty that is though. If you are going to put that on a Christmas gift, lovely. Now I want to see about, yeah, so that's perfect. I wanted the swirlies and all that, and then the swirlies. I'm not talking about childhood traumas. Anyway, I just wanted to look like this. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down because I know I want that stuck down. So let's start there. But yeah, it was just kind of funny. And honestly, I only went because I went to the Dollar Tree first, and they don't quite have their Halloween stuff. I'm sure it's going to be there like in the next couple days, right? All I wanted was little puffies, orange and black, like pom-poms. And I know at the Dollar Tree they usually have the ones that have like little kind of glittery bits mixed in there. I'm sorry, I'm looking to see about popping out pieces. And I thought I was good. There's another one here. And they didn't even have that. I was like, okay, maybe in the fall area, maybe they'll have the orange. Nope. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. It's VianneyCreates, and I like to chat with you guys, and we talk about lots of everything while we have fun here. Let's see, so I'm gonna put this out here. Oh, I see another area where I still have some to pop out. And here and here and here, all through here. I saw a couple more pieces up here on the top. If you ever just glue them down and you still see there's some pieces, just use something like this. You can just kind of pick it out from the top. It's not the biggest deal. Let me see. And I'm just going to stick that down. And I'll hold it down until it wants to stay, and I will be right back. And I haven't even looked at the other things, but I think the next thing we're going to do is put this here, but pop it up, and then everything else is just going to tuck and layer and all that kind of stuff. So it does come with bits, so I guess I'll use them. But for something like this, because it's big, I would just take my foam roll and slap that on there so it'd be faster. But I'm going to take a moment and just take my little 70s nails, and that's why I like them pointy. I like them pointy. Well, first of all, October's coming around, and I always like to wear them pointy during October. And right now I polished my nails yesterday, and I like this color because it very much reminds me of like the 70s, even though I was gonna say I wasn't quite born in the 70s, which is a lie. I was born in 1978. But you know what I mean. I don't know anything about it. All right, here we go. Let's see. So I'm gonna put these down. I'm gonna take the little backs off them. I'll put some in the center too, and I'm trying to kind of clear the edge. I should have gone a little further in because I don't know what I'm going to tuck behind here yet, and maybe something's going to get, one of these guys will be in the way. So I'm just going to take off the little backs, the little carriers, and I'll be right back. I'm just using my little pokey tool to help me take those off. And I'm just kind of eyeballing that. And I know for some that is good. I mean, look how pretty. I mean, that is very pretty. It's very flat on this top part, but again, it's mailable. And, you know, other than it's being the 5x7, so you still have to use the extra postage, I believe. You know, I was wondering, because I haven't sent one, well, I always put them in packages, so I haven't really sent a slimline just the way it is in the mail. I was always just going to put an extra postage, right, the 78 cents or whatever is the larger overweight weird size postage. But business envelopes should ship with the regular unless the weight is over, right? You guys can let me know. I just haven't tried because I always put mine in, like I said, with the package. Okay, so this is going to take me a minute. Now, there's all these pretty things in here, and we can choose to do lovely things. We want to tuck them in here and there, come in from behind, up towards the top. I mean, put them wherever you like. There's all kinds of stuff we can tuck in there. I'm not going to do that. I was thinking about flowers, because of course. I never really go for the bows, because I like the way this little bow's kind of hanging out here already, and I think when you put another one, it's kind of odd looking, but you can. Like, let's say we put this one over the top of that one. It already has little legs, you know what I'm saying? And then we have an extra set of legs. I think I did it one time that way, and I was like, eh. Later on, I didn't think too much of it. So I'm probably not going to use a bow today, even though it would be lovely. So what I'm going to do is fish through these things and see what there is. I said that kind of funny. A bird. A random bird. No? No? Okay, fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just poke around. And I might not even put any of these things. Who knows? I'm looking more for flowers than I am this other stuff. So, you know, I'll just kind of poke around and see if there's anything I want to add. Again, we're covering, I know, you almost have to, but that's what I'm saying. This is lovely just the way it is. And then we'll put one of those toppers from the impression dies. But either way, I'm going to look around and see what I want to do. And I'll be back. I'm thinking about maybe something like this. I don't know. Maybe I'll still change out that other rose. And it's basically this little bunch. And this, but then I'm going to do the sentiment, so that might change my mind anyway. Alright, so let's put those to the side. Let's put this to the side for now, and let's bring this out. So these are our sentiments, and this one, you know, we can have get well soon. You can even pop that on there, like people wouldn't read the sweet birthday wishes on the back of it, but of course your insert might say something different, so don't use insert. But we do have happy birthday, you know, happy anniversary. What else is in here? Let me see. Just for you, with love, thinking of you. Get well soon. Many thanks. You know what? I kind of want to go with the get well soon. I'm going to try this out on gold paper. Now, we have gold paper in the kit, if you want to use that. If there's room left from where you die cut before, I'm probably just going to grab another piece of gold paper because I always have it with me, like this piece here. So, let me think. I'm just kind of thinking about what I want to do, because you guys know I already played with the impressions dies before. I was not impressed, and so I returned them. But I wanted to try them out, and I like this. They have the Christmas ones, which if this works out, maybe I'll get them. I've already heard from a few of you guys. You're like, yeah, these weren't much better, so we'll see. But I'm not going to do the stamping right now, like I said. So they do talk about in here about using the impress machine, of course, whatever machine you have, but to stamp and die cut, so how to stamp it and then die cut, or just to die cut and emboss. Kind of interesting, because they're keeping those things separate, because supposedly it stamps, embosses, and cuts at the same time, right? Which you can still do, but I think that it gets messy. So like with this one, you're still going to get a little bit of impression, a little bit of a letterpress look, but it's just stamped, right? Instead of pushing it through an embossing folder and all that, or not embossing folder, but embossing mat. So I'm going to try this in the marquee, which I don't remember if I tried last time, and it's been a while, and then I totally just forgot about them because I'm like, okay, whatever, that's out of sight, out of mind, you know? But I'm going to use the foam just to make sure. Now, normally when I run things through the marquee, like my tonic dies that have embossing, it embosses and it's just fine. But I want to make sure, since this is going to be the sentiment, and we'll see, it might be too thick, and maybe it won't work, and maybe I'll do something else. Well-loved folder, as always. Let's see what happens. People had asked if you can heat emboss these. Ooh, it's going, but I'm being very careful. If you can put these through, basically like if it's a foil plate. And I guess Anna, when she had demoed them, said you can, just don't do it often, because the whatever coating is on this isn't really meant to be run through a foil plate, or heat, should I say. Oh, I can see it all the way through the back. Hopefully it doesn't like tear. It's coming. That's pretty good. This is pretty much what I wanted them for, to be honest. I don't care about any of the other stuff. I don't care about the stamping. Can we do that with other dies? Yes, like I said, Tonic, pretty much in every one of their die sets, they include something that does embossing like that, you know? And it works really well. So, you know, I'll leave that, of course, as always, to you to decide what you think of that. And, okay. I thought, you know, I thought there was going to be little holes cut out in this to be a little more lacy. So that actually just covers that whole thing. So that works out for me. I do want this. Do I want it popped up? Yeah, I want it popped up. So let me put some dimensionals on the back of this too. I'll be right back. Just that one last bit. I mean, I'm telling you, just like this, I'm happy with this. I am super happy with this. It kind of hurts my heart to put more, but that's what we do. That's what we do, or we're supposed to. So I have to get well soon. I know somebody had mentioned, or maybe in the reviews, because I like to read what y'all think about, you know, the feedback on HSN, on everything and anything, things I buy, stuff from Diamond Press, the Diamond Press things I buy, whatever. I just like to go back and see what people are thinking, see if I was kind of on the mark, you know, in my own review. And, you know, somebody said they sent it back because it's horrible, like they can't get a good impression on anything. So there's a few things about that, but also foil paper. Foil and metallic papers, and even Tonic will tell you that, will give you the best look because it's very reflective. So as the light hits it, you're going to see the wording better, you know, and all that. Well, if you're using just plain paper, like just a matte, you know, just plain paper, Recollections, whatever, even just a plain, just cardstock, you'll see it. And maybe even sometimes like on black cardstock, it makes it kind of shiny just because of the pressure that went through there. And so that's kind of nice. But you really want to use metallic, foil, even matte metallic, like those kind of papers. Glitter is not going to really work. Glitter paper, you can cut it. You're just not going to see a lot of that, you know. So just, it depends on the papers too, which is, you know, another consideration. So I was putting this over here, but now I feel like these flowers are upside down if I do that. So there are directional flowers in here, like where one's going one way, one's going the other way. So let me see if I can find the opposite of this one. Is this one the same? That's the same. Okay. Let me dig through and see if this one, of course I probably chose the one that doesn't have an opposite, but let's see. Ah, yes. Doesn't that look better? Maybe that looks upside down. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, this is the opposite one. You know. Now I feel like this was the right one. Let me fidget with that. Or maybe it goes like this. Honestly, I don't really care that much to be like, but I guess I do because I'm second guessing myself at this point. And then what I like is that, I don't know if you can see this little flower has a little like ladybug on there, and this one does too. So I thought that was kind of sweet. So maybe I want to do that. Okay, so I've totally changed my mind. I went more with the pinks and left the yellows. I think this is what I'm going to do. What's kind of interesting is the flowers, this came over here, from over here are a little more like a watercolor look. It looks more like hand done, where these look more like real. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I can show you what I mean. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like the style of them are different. So I want to go with this. And this is a sticker. But what I'm going to do is peel off some of this and put a little bit of dimensional on the other, just to pop it up about the same height. So I kind of eyeball where it is. I'm going to actually tuck this in. I'll take that off. So that'll stick. And then I'll take a little dimensional to help me keep this kind of up. And some people say you can put cornstarch or like talcum powder if you can find it. And I know we're covering it. I know. And then what's cool is that these have 2 layers too. So like right now I was going to tuck it in, but I thought, oh, you know what? I'll split it so I can kind of tuck it in there like that. So now I have those dimensionals in the back, and then this is sticking with the stickiness. And then this is just kind of coming in here a little bit. Does this look pretty? Or does it look like a mess? I love seeing all the little flowers around here. Same thing with this guy. I'm going to tear a little bit of it off. And that's it, guys. So I'm not going to put an insert because the inserts have to do with birthday. But all you do with the inserts... Actually, I'll grab one right now just to show you, just so that we are well reviewed here. Let me put this down here. I know, but it was so gorgeous just by itself. And then that just means, you know, you have extra flowers to do other cards later. Like, you don't have to do that. I love just those 2 pieces that we had put down, you know. Let me get the inserts. Okay, I thought I cleaned up, but now I'm looking at the screen. There's still plenty of stuff I could clean. Okay, so what you do is you grab your insert and, you know, I'll pop it in here, okay? So when you go to pop it in here, you're not going to glue it down for the same reason like when you have a pop-up that it wants to be funny in that center point. All you're going to do is put some tape or glue, and I usually just use like the tape runner because it's the easiest thing, and just run it on the side of the insert, and then place it here, so just on that one side, place it here, close up your card, and when you open it back up, this will be stuck to the front, but it's pretty much free-flowing. Right, so that one piece is stuck down, and now it can open up, and it'll open up completely, or however, because this piece is not stuck down. Okay, and that's how you do your insert. And I'm telling you, it'll stick. It'll just move with it, even though there's only tape right down here, or glue, however you do it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it seems like a long video because I went through everything, but other than that, I mean, you can put a card together in like, what, 4 or 5 minutes? I mean, if I was just doing the die cutting and then that one topper. And then, you know, you make your choices, and that's what takes our time. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.